find him in this condition, I get the blame for something like 30 years hard labor. I want to phone my CO, and I'm going to lie like a cavalry trooper. Will you back me up?
All right.
This is Sergeant Kamansky. I'm supposed to report to Colonel Gallagher. Yes, ma'am. The code is midnight. Thank you. Somehow by tomorrow morning, I gotta sober him up.
Harry Gilmer, coach of the Detroit Lions, to put the all-new, smooth-moving 67 Ford pickup trucks through some grueling football drills. Here's how they perform.
All right, move out.
The 67 Ford pickups are built to handle easier than any pickup on the market, to feel and ride like a car.
All right, let's run through this tire drill.
Ford's exclusive twin I-beam suspension is the reason for its road-smoothing ride. See, it has two front axles. Each front wheel steps over bumps independently.
There's a lot of shoulder room in there.
Now here's the Ford team in action. Watch truck number 31 as it does an end-run sweep. That's real sure-footed maneuverability. Go with a 67 Ford pickup. Works like a truck, rides like a car. You're ahead in a Ford all the way.
The fieldway of the land is just about here. Little airstrip some 16 miles from Stockholm.
Which is literally crawling with Nazi agents. And we're supposed to load up a 5,000-pound V1 and steal it back to England without being noticed or objected to. Only the bloody Yankees would even suggest such effrontery.
Tony, don't you think you carry it just a bit far?
Morning.
Morning, sir. John.
Gallagher, Luke Captain Carmichael.
Carmichael?
Good morning.
Well, you gave us a bad time last night.
May we discuss last night?
No need to. You're here.
I think that's part of what one's discussing. So why am I here? It's an American project.
Oh, it's a joint British-American project.
What about neutral Sweden? If she's in it, I'm sure she has rocketry specialists.
And no government is officially involved, Tony. We're dealing with the Swedish underground.
Cooperating, Group Captain. Cooperating. There and here. Let's put that card on the table. I think we want all our cards on the table, sir. I believe Sergeant Kamansky's waiting. Could we call him in?
Oh, yes, I'll call him. Sergeant Kamansky?
Yes, sir.
Sir? Howdy, Sergeant.
I believe the sergeant told you that I met a young lady last night, a friend of his who loaned me her flat.
Yes, he did.
Circumstances, I think, demand the truth. He found me dead drunk and spent the whole night getting me into condition for this briefing. There was a young lady involved, Miss Katie Hinshaw. She knew me.
Is that true, Sergeant?
Yes, sir. Worked on him all night. She did help. Since these are top security circumstances, I suggest they both be placed in arrest.
Arrest? Wait, Sergeant.
You got drunk.
General.
I've got a prime minister, a president, a couple of general staffs, 3,000 Swedes, and 3 governments to protect. And you got drunk? And you told lies to protect them? Why, I'll break you both.
Yes, sir. Break them both, but not now. Wait till this is over.
Over? It's over before it starts. Security's been breached.
I sat alone in a fog with a flask and saw no one, sir.
We don't have time to investigate. Our only countermeasure is to move.
With him?
Yes, with him. There's no one else. And with Sergeant Kamansky. I'll need an engineer, and he's one of the best. Besides, Phil, the Germans must be looking for that V1 as well as we are. And if they find it before us, we're dead. Now, General, either call this off or let's get moving on it right away.
McBride, get some men and watch that girl. I'll assume responsibility for you, Group Captain Carmichael.
Sir, for the most part, I can tell you what goes into a V1. gyroscopes, radio compass, fuel injection of some sort.
All stamped with production codes, Group Captain, and our intelligence can decipher these production codes and tell us where these parts are made. And then we can bomb these factories, and perhaps we can stop these things. Am I making myself clear?
But the one thing we don't know, sir, is how the engine is cut off and the bomb directed into its dive when it's over target. The component, the timer that accomplishes that is the key to the problem. Well, don't you see, the timer is the only part we need. Prevent its manufacture and the buzz bomb doesn't work. Well, good heavens, isn't there some Swede who can find the timer and send it to us and save all this bloody risk?
No. Unfortunately, the Swedes don't have a man who's qualified that they can trust. And besides, we can't base a whole counteroffensive on just one part.
Carmichael, you trying to crawfish out of this?
General, Group Captain Carmichael was still in combat for 3 years. He has a marvelous record for judgment and courage.
Well, I'd hate to think that he lost his nerve.
How's it going?
Number 1 engine wouldn't fly a paper sack. The ADF is out.
The ADF?
Sir.
You better fix it. I'll need a radio compass.
I thought Lord Ha-Ha was supposed to be the greatest navigator in the universe, sir.
Sandy, I don't want to fly blind without a radio compass. I can't help but flying blind because the weather will be our only defense. You fix it. Sandy, knock off that Lord Ha-Ha business.
He didn't have to do that to Katie, sir. She stuck her neck out a country mile for him.
You got her into it, didn't you?
Yes, sir, I was partly to blame for him being drunk. I was trying to protect myself. It's no excuse for what he did to Katie.
Well, I hope it's off your chest. Because if you make one more remark about it, I'm going to have to bust you down to private. You're going to fly that way for the rest of the month. Now, when will this airplane be ready?
$1,900, sir.
No good. 1,700 hours, not a minute later. How's that time?
0230 mark.
Okay, we'll go one more minute. I'll change to our new heading, 350.
Roger, 350. We're wondering, sir, Carmichael going to dismantle an entire V-1 with the Nazis breathing down our neck?
No, the Swedes are going to take it apart. All we're going to do is fly back the vital parts. But the Nazis probably will be breathing down our neck.
Be careful, sir. I wouldn't give you a Confederate $3 bill.
Well, did you get some sleep?
Yes, I rested.
Good. We're on our third leg now, 350. Next 65 minutes. Carmichael, how about taking my place for a while? Let me go back there and stretch out. I need a break.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'll take her.
want a stick shift.
I want an automatic.
A stick shift is more fun.
But an automatic is easier.
Stick shift.
Automatic.
Ford has a better idea. Available on Comet and Fairlane. A stick shift for you that's also an automatic for her. Now everybody's happy. Ford has a better idea.
This is 1967 Philco Color TV. And this is Philco's new tuning eye. It makes tuning color as easy as tuning a radio. Just turn the fine tuning dial until the eye narrows, and you've got it. And watch, it's just as easy on UHF. Turn one dial, and when the eye narrows, like that, your set is perfectly tuned. See Philco Color now. Philco, famous for quality the world over.
See how we're färdig. Planen landar snart. Om en kvart.
Kamansky, when do I get that radio compass?
You're coming and going, sir. That way won't help us at all. The storm has the magnetic compass spinning like a top. But everything else indicates we've held our course.
So low, if he's got us off course, so somebody will be scraping us off the top of a mountain. We can't stay up here forever. I'm going to drop down to 3,000 feet, see if I can find some visibility.
I say, Stockholm is dead ahead, 5 minutes, give or take. Out of the landing field, another 5 minutes beyond.
Can hold. I've got something, sir. Flip on your receivers.
Jungkanal 2 BP, 15 Meter Höhe, Richtung 285, versucht Landungsinstruktion.
It's German. Translate.
1,500 feet. There are only 5 degrees off our course, just below. Stockholm. It's the Stockholm Tower. Must be a German embassy flight, sir. You better climb and stay in the overpass.
Now I'm going down and follow that German.
You can't do that. They'll see us.
You said we're 5 degrees off. We'll miss that airfield by 20 miles. I've got no compass.
They'll see. They'll know we're here. Climb!
Carmichael, stay on that headset. You translate the instructions you're giving that German. I'm going to find him and follow him in. And when he lands, I'm going to fly on over. Watch for the Jerry aircraft.
Ceiling 1,400. Visibility half mile. DF fix.
Sandy, read the altimeter.
1550. 1540. 1535. There he is, the German.
So that must be the Stockholm airport.